You thought it was a late streamer, but it was me. Early streamer all along. I'm laughing too. How's it going, everybody? Dad is not dead. Not today. Thank you, APOTS86, for gifting a sub to Gloria87. Welcome to the Rub-a-Dub Sub Club, Gloria87. Thank you, Valkyr, for the new sub. Welcome to the Dragon's Den, Valkyr. Thank you for the new sub from Zero Confidence with Prime. Welcome, Prime Time. And thank you, Spacebar Nyan, for the new sub as well. Welcome to the Waifu Warehouse. These subs might actually not be new subs because they were when the stream was down. So, if they are resubs, then apologies. Some of these names look familiar to me, but I'm pretty bad with names. Thank you, Sprinter220, for subbing right now. Welcome to, what haven't we said in a while? The springtime salamanders. Welcome to this. No, the summertime salamanders. Welcome. Oh god, Sprinter 220. Welcome. And Hunter says, I'm gonna eat pancakes with maple syrup while enjoying my favorite Canuck, who's also sort of not Canadian, but he sort of is. It's complicated. The Canadianness is implied. I hate maple syrup. I hate how coarse and sticky it is and how it gets everywhere. I hate maple syrup. I hate how it smells. I hate it. I hate it so much. How's it going, everybody? Still Welsh deep down. Yep. Hi Joe, did you see this game with RTX? Digital Foundry considers it the best implementation in any game. Does their consideration also take in performance? Because my computer is a goddamn monster and it can't stream it at 1440p with all of it on. It could run it though, so maybe they don't care about streaming, which, to be honest, that's fair. Like, that shouldn't be really a consideration at all when it comes to performance for high-end shit. But yeah, the computer can run it with it all on, but it can't stream it. OBS shits the bed hard. Maybe when I have time later, I'll play this by myself with RTX on to see if it's good or not. I can't really tell a difference. I don't really care about visuals all that much. Are you gonna play Ashen DLC? Just got announced, coming out in 2 days. Really? Are you being the lying man? Nightstorm Isle. Because it's coming out on Steam now, isn't it? So for many people, the game is just about to come out. Available September 6th on the Epic Games Store and Xbox One. Alright. Does it have a price? Because honestly, weirdly, the more expensive it is, the better. Because the more expensive it is, the more substantial it is. And I would like more substantial Ashen. I'm not seeing, and you know what? I'll check after the stream. We'll see.
I was moving up, damn it.
Bum, bum, bum. Oh yeah, there's DLC. Cool. I'm looking on my on the other computer that's in here. I'm not looking at the same computer that I play the games on. I try not to do that anymore because it might crash or whatever. How's video progress going, Joe? Pretty good. It's a marathon though, not a sprint. It's pretty good.
Every time I think it makes sense.
The new Catherine is out. Are you going to play it? Yeah, at some point. I don't know when though, but we'll play it. We'll stream it again, see what the differences are like. Yesterday, I watched part of the stream back because I wanted to see part of it myself. I can't remember what I was looking at. Something that Lily told me. And yesterday there was someone here very early on that said a couple times, but I missed it, that they played Bloodborne because of my video on it, and they were like trying to say thank you for getting them into the game. So I just want to say that I read that and you're welcome, and just acknowledge it. And sorry that I didn't see it yesterday. Hopefully you're here again today, or maybe you'll watch this VOD or something. But yeah, whoever's talking about getting the Bloodborne and they found it difficult, but they were enjoying it, and the video is why, then yeah, that's one of, if maybe the nicest comments that I ever get is, I played this game because you did a video on it and I really enjoyed it. So thank you for letting me know. I played Prey because of the video on it and it was one of my favorites that year. I hate you, Wuggy. How dare you say something like that to me? How dare you? How painful is it to be both a Weezer and a Tool fan? You fake person, Wuggy. It's pretty painful. I haven't heard any of the new Weezer songs. Weezer used to be one of my favorite bands. Like, Weezer is one of those rare bands that their older albums, I can listen to every song on the album. Like, I could just put the whole album on and have a good time. And then they released that single, like Edge of the World or King of the World or whatever, I can't remember what it was, and I just listened to it and I was like, wow, this is garbage. So I didn't even listen to any other songs. But I don't really have time to listen to a lot of music lately. Speaking of that, I literally played Edith Finch because of you. I hope you liked it, and Hunter. Thank you, Laku Makara, for the 22-month resub. Thank you very much. Thank you, Aura Hunt, or Aura Hunt, sorry, that's how it is, for the new sub. Welcome to Dragon's Den, Aura Hunt. Thank you, The Gark, for the 22-month resub. Quite a few resubs above 20, like damn. And thank you, Ellis Siege, for the 3-month resub as well. Thank you, Ellis Siege, or Eliska? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Go to pneumatics. Alright, so let's use the map for finding these things. Fast travel, pneumatics. That's in maintenance. I've never been more wrong. It's okay, it's right up there. Why is it on here? What? Okay, how do we get there? Director's office. Then there are stairs. Looks like there's probably something underneath the dark part on communications department to go to pneumatics. All right. So I'm guessing mail room. Ever consider playing music on stream if you were to play with minimal story or important interaction? Music is bad for copyright stuff, and I don't know what I would play. And I kind of like streams when I watch streams myself, which again is quite rare because I don't have time to do much of anything lately. Not just because of the channel work, but also because being a dad 3 times over. When I do watch other streams, I prefer streams that don't have music on. I prefer to just kind of chill or leave it up to the viewer. Like, if you want to listen to music, then put some music on, you know? Like, that sort of thing. I don't want you to have to listen to my music choices. I understand it can be nice to have, like, a communal, like, thing that everyone is listening to the same song. Like, there is some benefit to it. But, oh, we have to break his shield out. What? That is the first time that's failed. Wow. That is the first time it has not picked up something to throw. I thought that's why they had it in an interior office kind of facility environment, because there would always be something to pick up, and failing that there would be concrete. But yeah, if it just failed for the first time ever. What if they made him look like Star-Lord on purpose? I'm really glad I got this gun. This is a fun gun. I like this one. Okay, so I don't know what we got from that, but that was the easiest side mission because the levels of the guys were low enough that they were manageable. So let's talk about a couple things that the game does well, that because we've been kind of negative on the game because it's kind of all over the place. So let's talk about a couple things in terms of gameplay that the game does well. The controls feel all right, especially now that I've realized that the mouse button helps you dodge. Like, the controls are overall decent. I really like that the ammo for the gun is right under the crosshair, and you can see it whenever you're shooting without having to look at the sides of the screen or whatever. That said, I do find that I lose track of my health a little bit, so it's not a perfect world, and I think maybe there should have been like another one for energy that wasn't there, but it's not like off on the side of the screen really far away. It is still within your, like, if you're looking at the crosshair right now, you can still see it, so it could be worse. If it was lower, then maybe it would get in the way and you wouldn't be able to see some stuff, so that's pretty good. She'll grab onto things fairly well, and like I said, this is only failed once, which I think is decent too. I also think that it's probably a little too easy to aim this thing, and there's auto aim that's a little too strong on it, but it kind of feels like you can just shoot, aim, and then you just go into this mode where you can fling things out while using your powers without having to be like really precise with your aim. So you're switching between these two modes. Unfortunately, you don't really have to do all that much because the enemies drop so much health. So I wonder if that could have been improved on a little bit. And there's one other thing I wanted to say, and now I can't remember. I like how the gun changes. That's fun. But there's one other thing I wanted to say. Shit. Oh, that the crosshair is actually in the middle of the screen instead of being 1/3 up from the bottom, like in another game that won't be named. So that's pretty good. I wonder if they should have had spread be a little less pronounced. Same with running and gunning. I feel like there's not that much advantage in aiming down the sights, actually. Look how little the difference is. That's minuscule, huh? It just makes it so that the enemy's larger on the screen so you can get them easier. But the spread is like minuscule difference. What about with the other one? It doesn't even change. It's Prey, by the way. The Prey is the game that has crosshairs 1/3 up from the bottom of the screen instead of in the middle. Once you notice it, you can't unsee it. Not necessarily a bad decision. Why is she's so shiny right now? Even her jeans. See that? She's not wearing leather pants. This is what I mean by the lighting. See the floor here? This is what I mean by the lighting. Like, this might be intentional because they're trying to do something with, like, the supernatural effects, but this is what I mean. Like, sometimes the lighting just looks really, like, grainy and weird. Look at her hair. That's SSAO or one of the other graphic settings. Is it because we're in sort of darkness but not pure darkness? Joe, Tinfoil is going out to get pancakes. Only back in 15 minutes. Quick, you have 15 minutes to finish the game. Yesterday you were talking about how little traction the Oberdin video got. That may be because your spoiler warning was too effective, and me and others are waiting to watch until we play the game. Sure, that's fine. Like, I'm okay with that, but I also think that not many people played the game. The fact that a lot of people had to obey the spoiler warning shows that the game wasn't picked up by many people and didn't have that much of an impact. So how many people played the game really matters. It's also how many people don't want to play the game either. Even if the spoiler warning is strict, it's like, I'm not really interested in this, but it's like, oh, it's the same guy that made Papers, Please? Okay, cool, I'll check that out at some point, you know? So it's fine. Sometimes videos don't get a lot of views until much later on. That's what makes part of it frustrating. I think the second most viewed video on the channel flopped when it first went out. It didn't get that many views at all, and it took a long time to make that video. That's the Uncharted and The Last of Us video. That took a long, long time to make. And Oh, we haven't been here before, and when it first went up, it got very little views compared to what we thought, and compared to other videos like Dark Souls at the time. And now it's like it's got so many views. So, I don't particularly like my voice in that video. All right, we want to go back and talk to the guy who is down here. Yeah, here he is.
But no, why? Let me know when the hiss are gone. I miss my desk.
Do you like working at the FBC?
Sure. I mean, yeah, the drama's a bit much, but I get better benefits here than I would over at the Postal Service.
Drama?
I checked. Better healthcare. That's not to say I don't like my job, ma'am. Been here over 15 years. No one knows the Panopticon collection better than me. I'm, close to them, in a way.
I can't tell if that's creepy or normal here.
This guy's weird.
How do you keep the altered items under control?
It depends on the item. Each one has different needs. Ritualistic touches go a long way. Singing to them.
Did he say
Flipping the
singing?
lights 3 times, that sort of thing. It's not superstition if it works.
Oh, I missed that because I was reading chat. Hold on, what?
How do you keep the altered items under control?
It depends on the item. Each one has different needs. Ritualistic touches go a long way. Singing to them.
Did he say
Flipping the
singing?
lights 3 times, that sort of thing.
Huh.
It's not superstition if it works.
What's the difference between objects of power and altered items?
Yeah.
Think of them like storms.
Okay.
Objects of power are like tropical cyclones or hurricanes for the uneducated. They're big, rare, and scary. Of course, directors can just bind the OOP and become the eye of the storm. Altered items are more like weird thunderstorms. Some may rain frogs, some may rain corn, but they all rain something.
And how does the hiss factor into all that?
It's changing them, making them aggressive. Now they're all raining, I don't know, knives. Knife rain.
Nice metaphor.
Yeah. Did the game need the hiss? Like, why couldn't there have just been dangerous objects of power and altered items that, or like creatures that they caught that were loose, and maybe one of them is making people take over, like hiss style. Maybe that's what it is. But like, did we need the hiss? Like, this is just a really interesting setting, really interesting like gameplay options on the part of the player, and then they just give you like this most boring fucking like placeholder enemy.
Did you work closely with Trench?
Oh, he spent most of his time with Darling and all them. The inner circle. Not that I care.
Trench certainly had his favorites.
He did stop in occasionally to scowl and smoke.
Oh, like
Did
madman.
you know the Bureau has a no smoking policy?
I did.
It does.
Yep.
Just not for Trench.
Oh.
Still, he is the one who put aside funding for the Panopticon. The man did have vision.
You could have unlimited funding if you just kept selling all those clocks.
How did you get this job?
Started as a junior agent because my uncle knew a guy. From there I got put on a desk until an accident left the containment sector severely understaffed. At which point I got bumped up to management. Put in a steady 8 hours a day for another 10 years and voila, supervisor.
Damn.
I just picked up a gun. Or a gun picked me.
I'll see you later, Langston.
Some of this, I'll be here,
Ooh.
like always.
Whoa.
Maintenance staff will repair any damaged systems once normal operations have resumed, sir.
Oh,
Two voice lines just like cut together there. Like, wow. Kind of expected a game like this, but if that ever happened in like a game like Witcher 3, like there's no way it would happen in Witcher 3. Like there's no way that Geralt would ever talk 2 voice lines at the same time over himself while he's doing something. There's just no way. Why did I even think of Witcher 3 when that happened just now? There's just no way. Thank you, Lucy Stringer, for the 100 bits. Welcome to a stream. And welcome to Indie Gamer Luke for the new sub. Welcome to Dragon's Den, Indie Gamer Luke. And let me scroll up and see if I missed any important things in chat. I just want to warn you that you'll have to sing with a Jigglypuff voice to control an object of power. Oh, damn, if I have to, I have to. How'd you like the facial animations? I don't think I do. They're kind of off. It's like, maybe I'm thinking, you know, is it rose tinted glasses or whatever? Like, how good the original Crisis was, and games still can't hold up to the original Crisis levels of facial animations. Maybe they're not as good as I think they are if I went back and watched it, but it's like, I know that's really hard to get right, but I don't understand how there isn't something like, Havoc has a lot of games use Havoc. I think even this game uses Havoc for corpses just kind of like flumping over when they're dead or whatever. I don't understand how there isn't that kind of system for facial animations, that we haven't just decided on it now instead of every engine having to just wing that by themselves and getting it right or wrong because it's so hard to do. Maybe it is, and it's just not tweaked properly. Like, one of the anomalies broke out and that sort of dominoed because they were stupid to contain everything in the same location. You're just cleaning up the mess while discovering the fate of your brother, who may or may not be one of those anomalies. Yeah, like different monsters. Like in this map, it's like, okay, this is where the monster is that you can't look at it. Ooh, and in the another map, it's like, oh, this is the monster that, you know, is always upside down on the ceiling, and if you ever see it, it just dives at you and tries to kill you. So you have to not look at the ceiling. But there's some stuff on the ceiling that you need to look up for jumping. You know, like, it's like little things like that, like just different creative monsters. Those examples I just gave are actually pretty shit, but you know what I mean, like, just like creative monsters. There was a creative monster that we fought at the beginning of yesterday's stream, and we haven't seen it again since then. I thought it was going to become a regular enemy, and it's just not. Alright, so we can go to the elevator around there, but there's also these items here. Joe, how are you doing today? I'm doing okay. I had one of the worst nights of sleep in my life last night, but I've recovered from it fairly well. I kept waking up I think it was like every 10 minutes I kept waking up, and usually on a bad night it's every 20-25 minutes I keep waking up. I have narcolepsy, in case anyone doesn't know that if you're new to the stream. I have a fairly serious sleep disorder, and part of it is, okay, let's go the other ways, and parts of it is I don't sleep very well. I have insomnia mixed with narcolepsy, and yeah, last night it was just really, really bad. I kept needing to piss too. I kept waking up to piss. Like, I woke up like I think like 15 times to piss. It couldn't have been 15 times, but it felt like it. Maybe I'm dying of the piss disease. Bad dreams? Oh, I have bad dreams every night now. It used to be that I didn't have them for a couple of years. I had learned how to not have bad dreams. I speak about it in a Q&A for a bit. I taught myself like defenses to stop myself from having bad dreams and to wake up when I was in one, but like those don't work anymore. They haven't worked for about a year.
Bureau's plan to make Dylan the next director. Marshall made it sound like it was all Dylan's fault, but how much of it was what the Bureau did to him? I don't think she's telling me everything.
Might be because we moved to this house. It's because the house is haunted. No, because if I ever fall asleep in a place that I'm not usually sleeping in, I go into like this like semi-conscious state, like alert mode. I think almost everyone does actually, but for a narcoleptic, it's a bit more extreme. I will get up and I'll sleepwalk, and I'll wake up in different parts, like a different part of the house and stuff. And I don't think I've ever settled after that. Why has that one been painted over? It's kind of weird. Is it Hill House? It's totally Hill House. I don't believe in ghosts because that would be dumb. But yeah, I just want to make that clear. I was making a joke about the house being haunted. I used to believe in ghosts because as an narcoleptic I used to hallucinate. Oh, it's the fridge! And I was very relieved when I found out that I had the disorder, because it was like, oh, okay, cool. That's what I've been seeing. Let's save it first. Spooky fridge. Where can I catch your Q&As? They're all on YouTube, the second channel. They're not very well curated though, or what would it be? I don't know. They're not labeled all that well for the questions. The last one is pretty good. You can skim through all the questions and see them on the screen, but the ones before that, we just read out the questions aloud before we answer them. Lily and I are going to try probably next week to do the next Q&A.
What are you doing in there?
Oh, thank God! Look, someone has to watch this object at all times, or it deviates. My shipper playthrough never showed up. Can you help me?
Damn.
I can't. I'm sorry. There's an emergency. I'll come back. I promise.
Okay, just don't forget. I can't stare at this thing much longer.
Fridge duty. Okay, can we do this right now? Huh. See, that's interesting. Yeah, this is interesting. Like, why isn't there more of this shit? Like, spend so much time just killing dudes with guns. Okay. I guess we can't get in there yet. It's locked. So let's track the other quest. Try lucid dreaming. I've done lucid dreaming a couple times. It can be amazing, but I tend to just go straight into some sort of nightmare and then I force myself to wake up. But the couple times I've done lucid dreaming, it's been really amazing. Did I watch the Yahtzee video? No, I didn't. Will you post an alert, set a premiere date on YouTube when the Witcher video is ready to go? Yep, I'll probably upload a video. This is going to sound so pretentious, but this is over a year worth of work went into this, okay? This is going to sound so pretentious, but they'll probably be like something like a trailer, or I'll just put a video announcing, hey, you know, it's coming out this time before it comes out. This is my first time seeing this game. Could you give a 2-second plot synopsis? I don't think I can give 2 seconds, but we're in a facility called the Oldest House. We are the director because the old director killed himself and we picked up the gun, and that's how it works around here. If you have this gun, you're the director, the gun we're using right here. We're trying to find our brother Dylan. There is a special supernatural entity called Polaris that is riding with us, that she talks to, that she's had since a child. It may or may not be us, the player. And that's it. Dylan is also affected by powers because when they were a kid, something happened in their town, a town called Ordinary, and this government facility that or government organization that is in this building tries to contain paranormal events. So the brother was stuck here and we're trying to find the brother like 17 years later or something. That's a quick summary. The reason we have powers is because of the objects that we pick up. So we got this dodge from a carousel horse. We got this shield ability from a spooky safe, and so on and so forth. It's actually quite interesting. So if anything that I've said so far has been like, oh, that sounds pretty cool, I want to play this, then I recommend that you play it instead of watching me play it. But just know that the gameplay is a bit dull, and as you can see, I'm just standing here just taking shot after shot, and it doesn't matter. There have been times that I've died, and I feel like I just start taking damage out of nowhere all of a sudden. The AI for shooting isn't consistent. I've had enemies just not shoot at me while I'm standing right next to them. So I don't really understand what's happening there, but most of the times when I've died, it's just kind of be like, oh, I just didn't understand something that was poorly communicated to me, not that I messed up. But there have been a couple times I did mess up, though. It's not all that. We're on floor 4, right? Oh, now we're on... This is 3. We were on 1 before, so we can just go down and explore those areas, right? Let's stay on 4th floor and work our way down. Witcher 3, 0 to 10 go. A score out of 10? Nah, I'm not giving you guys that. Sorry, you're gonna have to watch the video. Sorry. Too much work has gone into it. Why are they using old-timey guns? Do they have something that spits out these old-timey guns? Like it spits out clocks? I finished the game last night, and most of the time I died, it was instant death from full health from something I didn't understand. That sucks. Something like that could never happen in The Witcher, though, right? There's no way that there could be instant death attacks that come out of nowhere in a game like Witcher 3. Make a channel update video or something of that sort if you want to tease the video. Yeah, maybe. I don't know, or just be a quick thing. Thank you to Ripman222 for the 1500 bits. So there is going to be a threshold where I'll read messages, and in the case of this one, I'll do it. But I think we might be able to risk reading all the messages because they're coming in slowly. But I'll give it a couple more streams and then we'll see. But anyway, thank you, Ripman222. Hey, Streamboy here. Love your streams and how you interact with games. Very few streamers interact with games on the same level as you. What, you mean most streamers don't build towers to get across pits that you're not supposed to cross yet? I hope we didn't break the game like that. We're going to regret it later. I'm glad you're back, even if for a few hours a week. Hopefully in the next 5 years you check out my favorite JRPG, Yazuka, and tear it to shreds. I think we'll be probably playing Yazuka within the next, I don't know, 8 months or so. Probably, hopefully sooner than that. But yeah, I don't anticipate the Witcher video coming out in 2020. I anticipate it 2019. So we should be back to full-time streaming, 2020 at the latest, and then we'll be playing Yazuka, one of the first games that we're going to be playing. So, yeah. So we'll see. Thank you very much, Ripman222. Thank you also to Malberg for the 7-month resub in a row. And just to quickly answer your question, I have heard of Steins Gate, but I don't know much about it. Maybe we'll play it at some point. I don't know. VNs are hard for me to stream because it's so much reading. Thank you, Jungle Rabba, for the 23-month resub. Thank you very much, Jungle Rabba. And thank you, Cahill555, for the 17-month resub as well. I feel like I just said your name, Cahill. Maybe it's a different sub cycle that came on. But thank you, Cahill555. I feel like I missed a message in chat. Sorry about that, but I want to push the game a little bit.
I need to cleanse it.
I thought this was Dylan, where Dylan was. Oh, damn, that's neat. Cool. She must have crazy bone density. Well, she can break concrete with her dash. Oh, we're dead. No, we're not. Whoa, that was a weird light there. Oh, breaking these metal bars with her dash. Yeah, she's pretty nuts. VNs, Vape Nations, visual novels. I'll make a visual novel one day, and I will voice all of the characters. Every single one. The dude knows where Dylan is, but the object of power is making things difficult for you to pass. Yeah, but I thought it showed the this guy getting his head stuck in the vault. I thought that was what led to Dylan, because we saw that in like a flash forward earlier, I think. But yeah. Interesting. Can we climb up on it? Oh, nice. Control, you have some really high highs and some really low lows. What's up with that? So I'm pretty sure I could climb up there and then get over to there and drop down and get that thing, but I'm guessing that this rearranges itself, so let's not fuck around. Really high highs and really low lows. Sounds a lot like Witcher 3. Nah, Witcher 3 doesn't have that many high highs. I'm just fucking with you guys. I like the game quite a bit overall. The Witcher 3 video is not going to be another Odyssey, okay? Like don't worry. I enjoyed the game considerably. Unless. Haha, just kidding. Unless. Thank you again for the bits, Ripman222. Thank you, Thomil, for the 213 sub. Celeste 3D. Okay, well, these are clearly bad guys. Let's kill them now. We can't. Okay, so we drop down and they're going to be active. Salvador. Didn't someone... Whoa, what the f... Didn't someone mention Salvador? Did Weird Guy mention Salvador? Did I shoot a grenade as it came at me there, or what? I need some health. Shit, man. Why are you aiming it there? Whoa, okay, again, what is that? Is he flinging stuff at me? Is that what's going on? Flinging a thing at them and then shooting. Yeah, he's flinging stuff at me and I'm just not seeing it because I'm blind. Flinging it and then hitting them with a thing is like a waste of time because like they get killed in one hit from the blasts. Wow, he has auto aim too. I'm guessing shield or dodge when he does that. If I can see the red. Oh, he's dead. Okay.
Thing was Salvador, the head of security. His team didn't stand a chance against the Hiss. No one here does.
Isn't it just like a ground version of the Flying Chairman? Isn't that just a less interesting boss than we already saw with the Flying Chairman? Or did we even fight one of those guys before? I felt like that's one of the first fights in the game for the main track that I actually had to run around the environment a bit and not just stand and just like shoot, shoot, throw, shoot, shoot, throw. So it's progression at least. But still.
Okay, the TV. Another object of power gone nuts.
Anchor supplement. The crew of the White Ocelot first encountered a strange spherical phenomenon while fishing in the something. Witnesses described it as a black sphere with faint light behind it. It hovered just off the bow of the ship. The crew reacted by throwing a tin bucket which disappeared into the sphere. Soon after, the vessel lost structural integrity. The ship's metals rusted and fell apart within minutes. As the ship sank, the sphere lowered into the water. A passing fishing vessel called the Something rescued the 4 surviving crew. Agents were dispatched to the White Ocelot's last known coordinates, Something, and began diving operations. On the ocean floor, the agents found the sphere. The ship was entirely destroyed except for its anchor. As agents lifted the anchor off the ocean floor, they noticed the sphere behaved in conjunction with another. Oh, the conjunction of the spheres, moving and stopping as one. Contact with the sphere was avoided, but handling the anchor proved harmless. The item was transported by the Something to the U.S. port of Something. Upon arriving in New York, it was brought to the Bureau via the ass.
Here we go again.
Okay. So we already did the anchor. That's interesting. You think they ran out of ideas at some point in the game? I don't think so. Ideas are easy. So something about implementation or use the TV babysitter, levitate superhero over the obstacle. Use levitate to complete the astral plane challenge. Levitate. Hold spacebar to levitate. Why do we need that though when we can just make bridges and dash across? Is there fall damage? Did we figure that out or not? Let's find out if there's fall damage. Inquiring data pawns want to know. Is there fall damage? Okay. I think we just confirmed fall damage. To be honest, I'm going to miss box stacking. Maybe we'll still do it. Alright, so we can levitate up that elevator shaft that we saw earlier now. How do you think about enemy shields being kind of useless? Even on bosses, just throwing an object at them is enough to strip them of their shield completely, and in most cases do a lot of damage. I think it's just to prevent you from just weapon spamming. But it's another thing that they haven't really explored all that much. But as I was saying before the game started talking at me, ideas are cheap, so it's not for a lack of ideas or imagination that this game is a little dull in some places, but I don't know what the culprit is, obviously. Lack of time, lack of budget, lack of direction, this insistence on cool, slow fall. This insistence on having more video game stuff, like this isn't offensive right here. These measures, sorry, these little achievement things, survival tactics, kill enemies without dying. Oh, that counts as a death now because we did that shit. You know, these aren't that bad, you know, but like, why are they like taking up so much room in the menu and they show up on the screen? Like, they should just be like little achievements that you get, and yet they're given like screen space and shit. So it could be that people are like, oh no, people don't want to fight monsters. They just, you know, we need to fight normal enemies, you know. Guys with guns, that's what people want, and maybe that's what most people do want. Maybe I'm the exception here, but I'm kind of bored of fighting guys with guns over and over and over and over again. This tutorial is just not going away, huh? Oh, it's gone. It heard me. The gun reminds me of Shadow Man. Is that for the N64 game? I played that. I didn't finish it though. That game was weird. I think that's a game that scared me because when I played it I was 9 or something. No, I couldn't have been 9. I was a little older than that. I think that game creeped me out. I think it was 12, 11? I don't know how old I was when that game came out for the N64.
Okay, dealt with the TV. Now I can find Dylan.
Can you shoot while floating? Yes. Okay, so if you run out of levitate juice, which doesn't have an indicator, you just have to feel that out. Not necessarily a bad thing, actually, but yeah, you just feel it out. You transition into slow fall automatically. Okay. Or you can just hit the button and you fall. Okay, keep holding. One ability received. What for? For coming over here? Have you played any Kingdom Hearts games? I've played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, but I didn't play 3 and I didn't play any of the spin-offs. I didn't play Dream Drop, Skittle Beat. I didn't play Burrito, Bonanza, Pillow Fight, Kingdom Hearts, the Lunchbox. I didn't play any of the other games. There's no need to put points in this skill. You can just stack. Stack. Sorry if you can hear the baby crying, by the way. She's in the next room. Oh, we're dead. Okay, cool. I didn't even see the other one. How's the game so far? It's okay. People didn't buy Alan Wake and it was mostly story weirdness, so maybe Remedy has learned that only action sells. Well, this game has story weirdness. Just doesn't really have gameplay weirdness. Alan Wake doesn't really have gameplay weirdness either. Yeah, this is like a really good exploration ability. This just reeks of Metroidvania, but they made it not. Post-box procedures. Containment procedure. Block rock paneling has proven effective in hindering but not eliminating the object's altered effect. Agents in the immediate vicinity may still experience paralysis. Keeping a distance of something feet from the cell is recommended. Why is that redacted? From the cell is recommended unless agent is confirmed to be non-susceptible. It's like they just put like it on the wall and just threw darts at it, and whatever word the dart hit, that became redacted. A dark blue United States postbox model. Something paint is chipped at the edges. The item itself is empty with no mail discovered inside at the time of retrieval. The item seizes the motor functions of organisms meeting an unknown criteria. Paralyzed subjects are still capable of moving their eyes and limited speech. During tests, approximately 16% of agents remained unaffected by the item. Age, gender, race, height, weight, blood type, eye color, clothing, place of birth, diet, heart rate, and socioeconomic standing are all factors proven to have no correlation to an individual's vulnerability to the item. The postbox is not racist. Victims' state of mind were recorded during onset of paralysis, but no emotional correlation has yet to be found. Okay, we read about that earlier, didn't we? I remember something about paralysis in a post office. Okay, can we grab it? Well, no. Maybe we can, actually. Maybe we just have to be a little closer. There we go. Paper lantern. The lantern was discovered at a street-side ramen shop in Tokyo, Japan, named something. The shop The shop gained immense popularity due to this item, the shiny beacon hanging in its doorway. A visiting documentarian? Huh. I have never seen that word before. Is that someone who only eats people who make documentaries? Was similarly enthralled by the crimson luster of the lantern and helped it find international acclaim through a television series highlighting the world's finest restaurants. Audiences' interest in the lantern brought it to the attention of the Bureau, and soon the lantern found its way here to us. I write this as I sit beside the very item. Its light is so comforting, so familiar. It reminds me of summer nights when I was a boy, the sun setting, the air warm, the chittering song of the evening insects. The lantern knows what we all want to feel safe at home, secure in the knowledge that the world won't change, and neither will we. We'll be young and happy forever here in its glow, always playing Persona 5 as the Ass Eaters. The author of this document was detained shortly after this case file was distributed. Individual handling of the item is now prohibited. Information in this document may be compromised by the author's obvious infatuation with the item. What do you think would improve the combat besides enemy variety? Don't know. Having to use the abilities more is the obvious one. Like, you have to use dodge in response to some enemies, like to some attacks and stuff like that. I think regenerating health would be a good fit for this game instead of having to pick up health from killing enemies, because then you could move around and not have to constantly be killing and picking up. I didn't see him fire. Came from the left. Whoa! Okay, it's him. He was a good shot. He must have got me just as my head poked out above this. Okay, I might die again, but I really want to see, will this guy shoot me when I go over there? Hey, buddy. No? Are you out of ammo? Dun 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, he got us. Bad hitbox, to be honest, obviously. Varied arenas? The arenas are fairly varied in terms of structure, but I think visual variety would go a long way. But I guess they're going for this theme of the of being in the facility. Oh, it's not. I guess it's obvious that they're going for that, but eh. I liked when we went to the star quarry. That was fun. There's a baby crying just like Bloodborne. Yeah, sorry about that. That's baby Kate. Thank you, Ethereal Seth, for the 150 bits. Thank you very much. Favorite cock in gaming? The one from the Amnesia DLC. Thank you, Utter Sloth, for the 400 bits as well. Thank you very much, Utter Sloth. Thank you. Tinfoil is back. How are your pancakes? Have you ever played Graveyard Keeper? Yeah, I played it. I didn't like it. I thought it was too grindy, and the visuals were kind of weird. And when his running animation has skipping in it, and I hate it, and I could never unsee it, and it made me really uncomfortable. And I got to the swamp where you have to find the witch, and you have to keep going through the trees, and there was no easy way out of there, and I was like, okay, fuck this, and I never played it again. Yeah, you never did mention how your dogs are doing. Dogs are fine. Dogs are okay. They're old ladies now, but they're still trucking along. No problems. They're not really big fans of the kids, unfortunately. If I remember correctly, you have pets. How are the cats and Mandalor's dog? I'll just answer the dogs. The cat's fine. The cat's still cool. I love that cat. That's the only cat we've ever had that I've really taken to. She's such a cool cat. Are you excited for the Surge 2 at all? Yeah, I'll look forward to playing Surge 2. I thought Surge 1 was alright, and I hope that it has some significant improvements. Which way are we go? Can we do the fridge now? Oh. Oh, sure, now we can pick up stuff through walls and shit. She is really upset. She's hungry. She hates being hungry, this baby. Hates it. Like, who likes being hungry, but like she really doesn't like being hungry. Really, game. Need just a little bit more height. Maybe we should start stacking. It's the swan. See, the game is kind of doing what I want it to do. It's just kinda. Oh, is it just decoration? Balloon. Oh, it's just decoration. God damn it. Balloon. The water cooler. Yeah. Freeman's crowbar. P6O.
He's so close.
Huh. I could have climbed up here. I didn't need levitate. Oh shit. He's gone full Gray Fox. Hope he's okay.
Hello? Can you hear me? Jesse.
Do we have clearance level 6? We don't. I think we're about to get it. Maybe our brother has clearance level 6. Oh, that's why he's P6. Totally makes sense.
Are you there, Jesse?
What?
Emily? He's gone. Dylan isn't here. He might be nearby. Or maybe the hiss got to him. I don't know.
Jesse, listen. Dylan's here. With us. He just walked in. He says he is giving himself up. He's been affected by the hiss, but he is different than the others. We must isolate him.
I'm on my way.
Leon.
We need to get back.
Kind of feel like maybe Dylan's gonna hate us. Anyone else getting that feeling? 9:30, breakfast is brought. Gets out of bed, uses toilet, returns to bed, asks for television to be turned on, staff do so, lunch is brought, breakfast is removed, eats lunch, uses toilet, begins talking to self, recording speech is not possible due to noise from television, becomes upset, throws lunch tray at glass, sedated, crew clean the cell, television is turned off, comes to, asks for television to be turned on, staff refuse, television privileges were refused due to hostile behavior, sleeps. Oh, cool, it's like having a kid. Okay. Oh, I thought this was on the wall behind it. Huh. Okay, that made that look dark. Jesse James. Yeah, I don't think he's a fan of us.
All right, I won't take up too much of your time today, Dylan. Like I said, I want to talk about Jessie, your sister.
What about her?
I just want to get your perspective. What do you think of her? What kind of person is she? That sort of thing.
I adored my sister. When I was little, I mean, back in Ordinary.
And you don't anymore?
When I first got here, sure. I'd always hoped she'd come too. Find me, to take me home. We went everywhere together. Why should this be any different? Casper said she could come too, to the Bureau, if she wanted to. But she never did.
Why do you think that is?
Because she didn't care about
Oh no.
She always wanted to be out on her own, seeing the world. She always said so. I guess she got what she wanted.
Great. So, she wanted to see the world. Did she ever mention any place in particular?
Why?
We like to ask questions around here, you know that. Any particular cities, towns, landmarks, anything like that?
I don't remember.
What about family friends? Were you close with anyone living outside of Ordinary?
I'm done with this. Tell Casper I want pizza for lunch today.
Dylan, wait, we're not... End of session.
Jesse, I hate you because you never came to find me. No, Dylan, I tried my whole life. It was just really hard because you were kept in this secret, top secret facility in the middle of New York where no one can see you unless you get an invitation from God. I don't care. You still should have found a way. But I tried, I swear. Look, there's this secret enemy Polaris thing that was helping me. We were looking for you 17 years. No, I still hate you, Jesse. This game's about to get a lot worse. A lot worse. I really thought we were gonna get the clearance 6 card in here. I guess not. Oh well. Alright, let's teleport down and see Dylan. Let's rip this band-aid off. Like, you're gonna make me come back with clearance 6 just to get through this random ass door to get the one thing? Like, really? Maybe I teleport in here later? Like, this looks like something that I have to fix with the hiss, right? So, but still, really? Did I watch Avatar: The Last Airbender? No, I'm not really into Pokemon, sorry. I hate you, Sister Pawn, meh meh meh. This game is about to go full womp womp on us. Don't worry, it gets better until the ending, only then does it get really bad. Thank you, Discord, for the 6-month resub. D15 Cord, thank you very much. And thank you, Dax Tier, for the 7-month resub as well. Oh, it's September, by the way. That's my scumbag mention of that, and I won't mention it again. Someone was saying it in chat, and this message just said that too. Its subs are currently half off. That's my only scumbag mention of it. I won't mention it again. Can we get higher? Time to get some stacks. Can we get much higher? Down now. This is genuinely, unironically, no joke, my favorite part of the game. Is trying to get to places that I'm not allowed to get to yet. I'm not even kidding. Damn, that was some moves there, huh? Aw, there's... Aw, really? God damn it. Yeah, there's an invisible ceiling. Oh, God damn it. Thank you, Utter Sloth, for the new sub. Welcome to Dragon's Den, Utter Sloth. I like your name. What's that over there? Is that a Christmas tree? Huh. Oh, there's the smoke pram. Why is it in there? Why isn't it like out here and you push it around and go, wow, that's a lot of smoke. Like, what the I'm so mad, game. I'm so mad. This could have been so good. What the globe? Okay, and what's on the 3rd floor? Because we looked on the 4th floor, and then we'll go and see Dylan. No. Another one? But the legends. We already got you. It just opened its closing its eyes and opening them. Surfboard? We got the anchor. There's another anchor? Are these ones I've collected? I don't remember finding a surfboard or reading something about a surfboard. I guess maybe it's like not all of them got out. Oh no, is the Rubber Ducky SCP the 16th student? Watch out for him. Rubber Ducky Ikusaba. Don't forget the fridge man. We can't help the fridge man just yet. I'll go and see him again, but but I don't think he wants he accepts help just yet. He's over on the other side, right? Thank you, Nitos36, for the new sub. Welcome to the secret weeaboos. Thank you, Ralph Clogs, for the 1913 sub. I will read Ralph Clogs' message out of tradition. Did you know when a clock is hungry, it goes back 4 seconds? With a picnic basket right there. Good timing. It's the fan. Thank you, Ralph Clogs. And thank you, Ethereal Seth. Another Seth. For the 150 bits. And thank you, JTank27 for the new sub. Thank you, JTank. Hammer. I don't remember a hammer being there. Thank you for the subs and the bits, everybody. We demand the fridge. I'm looking, man. I think it's on the 4th floor, and I just forgot. Research major targets. We went through here. No, we didn't go through here. We went to the elevator. I think we can just fly up, though, right? It's on the 4th floor. Let's just fast travel. Or go see Dylan, then we'll come back. What about this game is fun so far? The setting and some of the moves are okay. We just don't really use them all that well. We did it, first try. Okay, so let's go back to the central executive and see Dylan, and then we'll come back to the fridge. Haven't played Fire Emblem, sorry. No. Do you just grab the rocket emitter? Yeah, it's pretty fun. Outfits. Board countermeasures. Yeah, because they're really boring. Alright, abilities. Levitate. 10% to levitation duration. Alright, let's get it and see what we get after that. Press C when levitating to slam into the ground and damage nearby enemies. Yeah, fuck it, we'll get that. Why not? And then just levitation duration, just more and more of it. We can probably fly to a lot of places with that, right? Let's get it. Why not? We have the points. We maxed out levitation, chat. We never really use C's. We never really use shield. So let's get health and energy. Whoops. Oh, we used our ability points. Okay. It just takes a little while for it to go for some reason. Astral constructs. Do you have any new weapons? No. Can we upgrade Pierce? No. We can upgrade Spin, though. We're not really using Shatter. Construct Charge. Charge can hold up to 3 explosive projectiles that can stagger enemies caught in their blast radius. I like the loadout we have right now, and that's a little expensive. So let's just upgrade Spin. I like what we have right now. But I said that about the last one too. Oh, we can upgrade these too. We can upgrade, well, I don't want to spend this resources yet until I know I'm gonna stick with the ones that I have. Rate of fire, accuracy, damage wall on low health. Oh, we're usually low on health. Accuracy. I think accuracy would be better. Okay, we did that instead. Charge is garbage? Ah, it sucks.
The resonance emitted from the HRAs is purely antithetical to every variant of the Hiss signal it can arrange.
Where's Dylan? He left before you got here. Timeline of events. Okay, that sounds interesting. To examine the invasion's timeline events for possible patterns to Hiss behavior, establishing a timeline is difficult at present because of lack of reliable communications between Bureau sectors and staff. Preliminary models indicate Ground Zero of the invasion is located within the executive sector. Once it becomes possible to interview surrounding personnel, pinpointing the exact location should be feasible. Other outstanding questions that a timeline may help answer: how did the Hiss get past the internal lockdown? How does the Hiss resonance advance through space, deliberately or uniformly? What is their ultimate goal? The outside world, a cross-dimensional destination referred to something for full report. Damn, they're just censoring stuff even now. Speech analysis. I don't care about that actually. Let's talk to Pope.
It's happening. After all these years,
Maybe she's not going to know
Dylan
anything.
is here. But am I too late? How is he? I need to know.
He's clearly been affected by the hiss, but it's different than any other manifestation we've recorded. Maybe what makes you so special is genetic. He was a prime candidate. Or maybe it's Polaris protecting him, something else affecting the situation. I need to run tests. He seems more in control, more present.
Name drop.
I want to see him. My brother. Or is he?
Of course. Now, Marshall set up an HRA-warded cage to contain him. It's on the upper floor, up the stairs.
Okay, I need to go.
Jesse, be careful.
Are you going to stream the Nintendo Direct? No. I'm not going to, sorry. Is that going to be on while I'm streaming? Because if anything big happens, then just tell chat if they're interested. But I'm not going to be streaming it now. Are we going to stream Persona 5 Royal or Catherine Full Body? Yeah, at some point we will, but not for a while. Oh, we can't levitate.
If Trench was still around, he'd stop.
Okay, I'm upstairs.
You are a worm through time. The thunderstorm distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror inverted is made right. Leave your insides by the door. Push the fingers through the surface into the way. You've always been a new you. You want this to be true. We stand around you while you dream. You can almost hear our words, but you forget. Through time, the thunderstorm distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror, the inverted is you are a worm through time.
Shit.
The thunderstorm distorts you.
That's Dylan.
White pearls,
Can
but
you
yellow
hear
and
me?
red in the eye.
Oh,
Through a
come
mirror,
on,
the inverted
Dylan.
is
I'm here. I found you.
into the way. You've always been a new you. You want this to be true.
Do you know who I am? Oh, you know me. Say it.
You are Dylan Faden's sister.
He's talking in the third person. Always a good sign.
Or...
Do you know who you are?
Not Dylan. Trench and Darling made sure of that. I'm P6. P6. But I'm better now. The hiss made me better. Push the fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been the new you. You want this
Can you
to
stop
be true.
that? Please? Not exactly the reunion I'd hoped for.
It feels good to say those words. I want to say them. They sound good. They make me feel good. Don't you want to say them too?
No. Fuck off, no. You need to help me get this thing out of his head. If he is still in there, if there is anything left, you have to help me.
You came in through the hole in you. We let you in. You've always been here. The only truth. A copy of a copy of a copy of a copy.
Stop it!
Orange peel.
Shit.
Orange peel.
Shit. He can see you. This is not safe.
We found Polaris together with my sister when we were very small. In Ordinary. In the desert, through the door opened up by the slide projector. But she didn't help when Trench took me away. She didn't give me any powers. All the powers are my own powers. She didn't help when they locked me up for years.
I mean, this is pretty much a standard family reunion, right? Like...
After the song time for applause, we build you till nothing remains. The egg cracks and the truth will emerge out of you. You are home. The Bureau brought the slide projector back here with me. And the Bureau did what the Bureau does. They used it. And they found... They opened the door up to the hiss. That's the only thing I can thank them for.
There. There it is. We stopped the Altered World event in Ordinary when we shut down the slide projector. And now the projector's here.
An earworm is a tune you can't stop humming in a dream. Baby, 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 yeah. Just plastic.
Just
So
plastic.
safe. Nothing to worry about. Funny. I welcomed the hiss. I let it in. To get rid of her. The hiss set
Hey, Lily.
me free.
Thank you for the tea.
Polaris is using you. The Bureau is using you. You are a puppet.
I'm in charge.
You always hear our words, but you forget.
If we shut off the slide projector, maybe that will stop the hiss.
Your regulations.
Maybe it's not too late for my brother.
I like how she's not listening to him
You must see
anymore.
the truth for yourself, Jesse. Sister. The horrible truth about the Bureau. The hiss is the better option. Go to the Prime Candidate program in the containment sector.
This is going on for a
I
while.
have the key card to get you there.
What?
Salvador wanted me to have it.
What?
Bullshit. I saw what the hiss did to Salvador. What it turned him into.
Okay, Dylan. I'll go. I want to see the truth for myself.
Is he really gonna have
I'll
clearance
go.
6 key card?
But only to look for this light projector. You can help me. We can end this.
He really... How did he give it to us? This looks sealed tight. Like, did he slide it through a crack? Like, how did he get... He really did have clearance levels.
I don't know what else I'm hoping to find here.
Dylan. Can we talk?
I'd like to tell you about a dream I had last night.
Alright, I'm
Off
strapping
to a
in.
good start.
Okay. I'm listening.
I was back in Ordinary before all of this happened. But in the dream, I was alone. It was just me. I was the only child. A girl. My name was Jesse Dylan Faden. But then the Bureau came and caught me, brought me back here, locked me up. Have you ever noticed that our names, Jesse, Dylan, they could be girls' names, boys' names, could be anything.
Have the same amount of letters.
Don't you find that weird? I find that weird.
Oh, not until you said it. Did you just look at the camera?
Sure.
What the hell was that? Is he trying to mess with me?
You are a worm through time. The thunderstorm distorts you. Happiness comes white.
Maybe Dylan's still in there. Maybe there's a way to reach him.
I'd like to talk to my brother, please. Dylan?
Dylan would like to tell you about a dream he had just now.
Oh, okay.
This again?
I was going to be the new director of this place. I helped you get a job here so that we could be together. You were an office assistant. You'd make coffee and deliver the mail, and there was always plenty of work to do. And it stayed that way, forever and ever. It was nice. Really nice.
That's debatable.
But here's the strange thing. The dream shifted, and none of it was real anymore. It was a game. We were in a game, and it was a fucking boring game.
Wow, we're breaking the fourth wall.
But you couldn't stop playing.
Yep.
And then it shifted again. Or maybe it was another dream already. Or maybe I'm just confused.
It's boring on purpose.
But in this other dream, it was more like a musical.
I would love a musical right about now.
This is an ordinary song about an ordinary girl from an ordinary town. It's the ordinary story. She worked an ordinary job
In an ordinary office.
Something. And that's all I can remember of that dream.
Sounds like a good
Maybe
dream.
that's for the best.
You are a worm through time.
Alright, there's still more.
Maybe I can learn more about the hiss from him.
Can we talk?
Your
I
thoughts?
just had an interesting dream.
Shit.
That's fascinating, but let's talk about the hiss for a change, yeah?
Yeah?
This dream was about the hiss.
Oh, lucky.
Best I'm gonna get.
In my dream, the hiss had broken free of this prison, this house. I'd set it free. And the president himself was there to welcome us. He was the first one to take the hiss in. Spread the word. At first, many people thought it was horrifying. That he was horrifying. But also, many people who heard his words wanted to welcome the hiss in. And slowly, more and more of them came around until the whole world was brought together by the hiss.
And the rest is history.
Okay. Thanks for sharing that.
For the record, that will never happen.
Okay, please be
Not as long
done.
as I'm alive.
Please be done. No more red sauce.
Maybe I'm just here to punish myself.
Any new dreams you'd like to share, Dylan?
I'm glad you asked, sister. This dream, like all dreams now, felt very real. Like reality. And reality now feels like a dream. Maybe it's all a dream. Maybe it's all real.
Dream where my brother endlessly tells me about his dreams.
I was in a dark place.
All the clocks are
There was a
wrong.
dark man there. His name was Mr. Door.
Mr.
And he
Door,
told me
Hajime.
that there are many worlds, side by side, on top of each other, some inside of others. In one world, there was a writer who wrote a story about a cop. In another world, the cop was real. Door said he himself was in all of them at the same time, endlessly shifting between them. I asked him how I could reach these worlds. I wanted to bring the hiss there. But he didn't want to help me. He didn't like the idea. What did he know?
I'm not wild about the idea myself.
The thunderstorm distorts you. Happiness comes. White pearls, but yellow and
Okay, it feels right that she would listen to everything he has to say. Like, she's been looking for him 17 years. Okay, last one. If there's another one, we're done.
Here we go again. Once more with feeling.
We gonna sing?
Yes. You want to tell me about your dream?
Yes. Yes.
Why? Why so testy?
In fact, I'm having a dream right now.
Whoa.
Oh. That's new.
In this dream, I'm standing in the corner watching Jesse and Dylan talk about this very dream. This very dream! He said just now!
and repeated it again now. I'm standing there and watching, and that's all I can do. It's as if I'm trapped there. And that's all I have to say about that dream.
Okay, Dylan. That's good.
No more red.
Is
No
he
more
still
red.
in there?
No more
Or is
red.
this the hiss playing mind games?
No more red.
I don't know.
Yes! We're free. For now. Thank you, Clear Marbles, for the new sub Prime. Welcome to Prime Time to Clear Marbles. And thank you, Aurora Boris, for the 19-month resub. I want to hear about your dream for sure. Thank you, Aurora Boris.
Did you hear that his prisoner they captured is the director's?
And she brought him here. She's gonna get us all killed.
What if she's working with the hiss?
Good to see you again.
Okay, do you have any side quests for me, Pope?
How are you doing, Jesse? It can't be easy seeing Dylan like this.
I'm fine. What can you tell me? Is he still human? Or is he his?
Or is he Dancer?
I've taken numerous tissue samples and have tests running as we speak, but from the initial data, he looks healthy. I only see corruption in a superficial way.
What does that mean?
I don't know. This is all new, but if he's like you, maybe Polaris is preventing total hiss takeover. Or maybe this is just a new form of hiss. We've already seen how it affects people in different ways.
Dylan told me he let the hiss in. Does that change anything?
Voluntary conversion. I mean, hypothetically, that could affect the mental state post-corruption, as well as the extent of biological alteration. But again, this is new territory for me. I'll need time.
You won't have it. I'm gonna shut down this light projector. That's how the hiss are getting in. Once I close it, this should all be over.
Jesse, we don't know how this works. If you sever their connection to the source, it could cause a terminal chain reaction. Every hiss-corrupted individual dead.
Better that than what Dylan is now. I'm shutting it down. This has to end. Whatever happens, happens.
Okay, just let me know how I can help.
Thank you, Emily.
What was the noise? If he dies, he dies.
Jesse, when you were down in research, did you run into a Dr. Rhea Underhill?
I didn't. Who is she?
She is a colleague of mine. A researcher studying a kind of extra-dimensional mold growing below research.
Well, I don't like the sound of that.
No one does. Look, I haven't heard from Rhea since the hiss arrived. Would you mind having a look around for her next time you're in research?
Of course.
Thanks, Jesse.
Yeah, side quest,
Now,
nice.
what's on your mind?
Do you think the mold causes some sort of like death? So it'd be like a death mold? Now, death mold sounds dumb. There's no game that would ever have someone named Death Mold.
I wanted to talk to you about the crazy things I can do.
That would be
My
ridiculous.
I get the sense that they're not very usual around here.
Well, usual and unusual aren't really benchmarks at the Bureau, but for some perspective, Director Northmore once used the floppy disk to send a bowling ball 6 yards through the air, and that was considered a huge deal.
It wasn't just cups
So
before
compared
that?
to that, you are most certainly an outlier.
An outlier. I like the sound of that. Have you learned anything about Dylan's condition?
Only that he's definitely hiss, but I guess his chanting made that pretty obvious. You know, interestingly, the words of the hiss incantation have an average length of 4 letters. The most common word used 7 times is want. The next most common are through and time. That's very interesting, don't you think?
Super interesting.
I don't care about the words. What about my brother?
Right. Sorry, I got a little off track. Well, strangely, his tissue samples all look healthy, unlike the other hiss I've tested.
That's good news. Right? I've been seeing these Darling presentations all over. Seems like he enjoys the limelight.
So you noticed, huh?
Best part of the
When
game.
he recruited me out of college, he actually came to visit. He interrupted my physics course by shouting, not quite, Professor, and then marching down to the front of the class where he proceeded to berate the very idea of laws of thermodynamics.
So random.
He's been a showboat all his life.
Darling visited you in college?
Yeah, he read a paper I'd published, came to recruit me for the Bureau. I accepted and then spent years waiting for access to the confidential research that Darling promised me. And whenever I ask about my access level, he just mumbles that it's temporarily postponed and then changes the subject to the effect of entropy on luck.
I wonder who else Darling had his work from. Marshall?
Chase.
Trench?
Rocky. Zuma.
I should get going.
Don't let me hold you up.
I like the idea of luck being a tangible thing and a resource. I wish games did that more often. Okay, fridge time. Panopticon, I think upper Panopticon. Thank you, Persistence Gaming, for the 11-month resub. Sorry, 13-month resub, because it's 13-month total, and that's the number that matters to me. Thank you, Persistence Gaming. Thank you very much. I might have misread some other resubs then. Sorry. Alright. It's fridge time.
Hey, what can I do?
Oh, you're back. Oh, thank you, thank you. If I look away, I don't know what this thing will do. You have to get me out of here. The door can only be opened by the Panopticon supervisor. That's Langston, if he's still around.
Langston. Yeah, I know him. I'll go ask him how to get you out.
Please hurry. My eyes, they can't.
Hey, calm down. Just focus. What's your name?
Focus. Right. My name's Philip, and I think I can hold on for a bit. It's just my eyes. My eyes hurt so much.
Just hang on, Philip.
Why don't you just blink them one at a time? Close your right eye for a while, then close your left eye for a while, then close your right eye for a while. My retinas. Ooh, that was a fast travel.
Any assistance at this time, sir? Only if you can reboot the cell.
There's someone named Philip up in a cell. He's watching a refrigerator and very rapidly losing it.
Philip? Oh shit, I forgot about fridge duty. He's been in there for over a day, I totally forgot.
You forgot about him?
There's a lot going on.
You're fired.
Yes, the Benikoff TV? Considering the number of things I'm juggling, ma'am, I think it's...
Listen, it's fine. We just need to get him out of there. He said you'd be able to open the cell door?
Yeah, I can unlock it on my terminal. There. Done. Door open. But Philip can't just leave. The fridge is behaving erratically. Ocular contact is the only thing that seems to placate it. If we don't have someone in there watching it 24/7, people will die.
I'll figure something out. I'm pretty good with these things.
Being pretty good with altered items isn't standard Bureau procedure, ma'am.
He doesn't know us very well.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
I'll see you later, Langston.
I'll be here, like always.
Alright, come with me. You have to go look at a fridge. Thermos procedures. Blue coffee thermos with a white plastic cap and a logo of the Oh Dear Diner. located in Bright Falls, Washington. The cap doubles as a mug. Oh, nice. The item responds to Formula 116, yet no discernible altered effect has been discovered other than keeping liquids warm for surprisingly long periods of time. It's also worth noting that the coffee from the thermos is always refreshing and strong, no matter its quality, before being poured into the... So it's just a really good thermos? Come on. The thermos was discovered on the shore of Cauldron Lake outside the town of Bright Falls. Both are known sites of a recurring AWE. According to the witness statements, Alan Wake, C priming candidate program for entry for further information, who went missing shortly before the discovery of the thermos, had been seen collecting similar thermoses for an unknown purpose. Oh, damn. Damn. Same universe confirmed.
Hello? Jesse? Jesse? The fridge is doing something!
Philip?
Right now?
If I look away, it hurts me.
Oh shit. This fridge eats you. Okay, is it the camera or is it her?
I can't look away. Maybe I can cleanse it.
It's the camera. Okay. Alright. So it's Polaris that has to look.
This sounds like the board, but I can't understand it.
Fuck?
Oh, okay. It explodes on contact. Okay.
Hello? Jesse? The fridge is doing something!
Philip? Philip?
If I look away, it hurts me. This sounds like the board, but I can't understand it.
Why C? Why not melee attack? Can you melee in the air? Oh, because you can melee in the air. Okay. Okay, can I hit these out of the air? I think I kind of just did that, didn't I? Yeah, I can. Okay. Oh, I can fire them back at him too. Oh, bullets don't work. What the fuck? I see you, Shepard. Okay, that... Do I shield or... Yeah, we're dead. I thought I was gonna pick up the orb, but I didn't. I picked up concrete instead. Just dodge? I dodged the first time and it still hit me.
Hello? Jesse? The fridge is doing something!
Philip?
I was out of energy? No, I picked up a concrete thing instead, didn't it? Because I had some in the fire.
If I look away, it hurts me.
Would I say this game is worth buying? I don't know yet. We're gonna have to see how it ends. Like, stuff like this is decent, but there's not much of this type of thing.
This sounds like the board, but I can't understand it.
Fuck?
Oh, you can shoot them. What? Are they immune to damage for the first second when they come out? Did I miss? Yeah, oh, we can fall through the floor too. I dodged there quite late and it used my energy, but I still got hit. So that time I dodged too late, maybe? I don't think you can dodge it. Sorry, I was drinking my tea. Can you levitate out? Yeah, well, you might be able to levitate. You might be able to block it with the shield. We haven't tried anything else other than dodging just yet.
Philip?
If I look away, it hurts me.
So if you can dodge it, the first time I dodged, it was too early, and this time it was too late. So I don't know.
This sounds like the board, but I can't understand it.
I'll just spam dodge this time and see. Again, too early. I think it was too far away. Okay, looks like we dodged it that time. Whoa, holy shit. Thought that was gonna get caught there. First one would have hit it. Okay, so it looks like when whatever his elbow joint is at the arc of the swing, you can dodge and that'll do it. No? Okay. Why did you pick up concrete? It was right in front of us. That time it was fine, and it felt like the same timing.
Pyramid here.
There is no black pyramid here, you're right.
The fridge seems fixed. Did fighting that thing off change something?
You really like this game, and do you think you're dumb for that? Absolutely not. No. If you like this game, it's great. I'm kind of liking this game. And everyone knows that I'm not dumb. Okay, so another dimension has a bunch of monsters in it, and sometimes they latch on to items through like the soup of dimensions, and when they latch onto them, they possess them in some way and make them exhibit odd behavior. And if you are the director or whatever we have with Polaris, you can go in and kill the monster, and that makes the item normal from then on. That seems to be what it is, right? Fridge duty. Speak with Langston. All right. That one wasn't connected to the board. Yeah, because there's no pyramid, right? But I don't know if that matters. I don't know what the board is. I have a cat to feed. Yeah, that makes sense.
How'd it go? Where's Philip?
Philip's gone. Something happened before I could get him out.
Poor Philip.
Check the fridge for a kid ghoul.
But if you're here, then who's watching the fridge?
Nobody.
The fridge is fine now. I took care of it.
You don't just take care of altered items. What did you do?
I touched it and wound up in the astral plane. This thing was in there. It was huge, had one big eye. Wasn't friendly.
We've been getting reports from the astronauts lately about something fitting that description. The astral plane is usually connected to our world through objects of power, not altered items. If this thing is linking itself to altered items, then it's clearly powerful. This may happen again.
Do you think that thing is what got Philip?
Must have been. The Panopticon is a dangerous place. The agents all know the risks. But, since you're some sort of altered item whisperer, I've got a list of others for you to corral. The Hiss are causing containment breaches left, right, and center. Here, start with these. I'll see if there are any others missing while you're gone. My life just got a whole lot easier.
Oh, glad to do shit for you, bro.
I'll see you later, Langston.
I'll be here, like always.
Do you know you can call the hotline anytime? What hotline? When we got that phone? How do you call the hotline? Here? I thought this was just another version of collectibles and stuff. Isn't this just like the Cinemax that we saw? Yeah.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while.
No smoking.
It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in.
Have you noticed that Dr. Darling is an anagram for Dr. Lingard? I haven't noticed that. Thank you for pointing that out. That's interesting. Dr. Lingard. Alright, the coming storm. What do we want to talk to them about? Control points, former, the directorship. This one's short. You are the director now. Oh, we saw this one already, right? I guess some of them we didn't see and other ones we did. Was there anything about the one that we just saw? Ashtray maze?
I'm averse to using objects of power. I don't want to lean on things I ultimately can't trust. But the ashtray and the cigarette, smoking there forever, have their uses.
Whoa, that kind of messed up
the
there.
The ashtray maze they conjure is an impossibly changing labyrinth that no one but the binder, and those the binder invites, can ever pass through.
The binder.
The things we hid in dimensional research, the things Darling studies, the danger and the risk involved, call for every measure of security and protection I could bring to the table. The maze, hands down, is our strongest lock. I gave Darling and his chosen crew license to pass through the maze. Lately, I've started to think I should revoke that license.
The former descent is back, not gone. His previous disappointment and is not part of the board us. We apologize, deny all knowledge for the inconvenience. You will see, face the former. It is stealing, linking altered items. It built a competition, not us. You must espionage, destroy, when possible, inevitable. Do not believe, get hyped. Get hyped about the former's lies, ads. We provide, offer better bonus package, health plan. If you leave, you will be sorry dead. You will never work exist. Oh, existence is work in this torn cosmic reality again. Yes. I like the slash ones. The hiss spread is searching for transmission speakers to corrupt chaos. The astral plane is a conflux switchboard. The hiss will come for us all. You must stop, shut them up. Okay. Let's do some side quests, but also let's thank Action Caterer for the Element 3 sub. Thank you very much, Action Caterer. Thank you, Insta Boner, for the 313 sub. Interesting name. Insta Boner, thank you. And thank you to the High Ground Knight for the new sub with Prime. Welcome to Prime Time, Obi-Wan. Thank you very much. Nintendo Direct hype. Okay, abilities. We need 3 for that. Cool. We get some more health. All right. Okay, so let's go and see the janitor and see if there's any more side quests while we're collecting side quests. Starting to get worried we're not going to finish this week. Going through it too slowly. Did I explore that maze yet? I tried, but you can't get through it. I'm guessing we need some item. We couldn't stack our way through that one. Are you going to stream during the direct? If the direct starts while I'm streaming, I'm not going to go down or anything, but like I'm not going to stream the direct itself. If you'd rather watch the direct than me, that's perfectly fine. I don't know why anyone would feel bad about it, but like just in case, like yeah, it's fine. Oh, there is. What a mess. Clear the mold.
You need to scrap that clean or there goes my reputation and honor. And then the good won't swing.
You get side quests from Pope too? Yeah, we have one from Pope. I don't know what it is. I think it's about the mold. What a mess. Clear the mold. Eradicate the mold. And then Langston's Runaways. Japanese paper lantern, traffic light, hand chair, moving letters. Huh. We have some of these already. Or we found some of the other ones up in the containment thing already, right? Or we know about these. Locate Dr. Underhill below Central Research. Alright, eradicate the mold. Alright, where is it? It is not here. Okay. Missed. Why is it? Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, let's see. It is not up here. It's not here. It's in a medical wing. All right, how do we get there? Logistics, up to security, and then there's stairs. Okay. Thoughts so far? It's okay. It's getting a resounding, it's okay for me. It has some really interesting ideas and has some really interesting parts of it, but it's bogged down by most of the gameplay being quite boring. And the bosses have been kind of meh too, even the big ones. Huh, can we go through this yet? Nope. Oh, we've been here before. Oh, this is how we got past the security. Okay. We bypassed the security before. Okay. Okay, we got through here. Maybe I don't have the ability yet to cleanse this, or maybe I'm supposed to pull something out of that room.
Male, age 28, returned from the astral plane approximately 13 minutes ago. This was his 21st dive. Patient is experiencing migraine-like pain, intense pressure behind the eyes, and partial blindness. He has no recollection of his time in the astral plane and appears severely disoriented. Preliminary examination revealed no immediate cause, so we will be sending patient for x-rays and... What the fuck is that thing? Got it burst right out of him. Call Black! Get Marshall!
Marshall to the lookout. Isn't Fincher Boss basically just shoot the big glowing eye though? Yeah, it was, I mean, it's kind of dull.
Mold's gotten in here too? Alright. Let's get cleaner.
Oh, it's a completely different thing. Alright. Yeah, the mold is different from the hiss. There's actually multiple different factions in the oldest house. There's the board, then there's, I assume that the bureau is separate from the board. Then there's the hiss. Then there's the former. Then there's the mold. And there's the poo monster, the block. So there's, yeah, there's multiple different factions, which is kind of cool. I like that. Just, I don't know, the way it's being presented just was weird. We could have had a much more interesting game. Alright, is this a block from the door or what? Or is this something I need to shoot? I'm guessing it opens up after we're done, yeah. Is that a hand?
Easy peasy.
Hand chair procedures. A plastic seat shaped like a human hand from the 1960s. This is what hands looked like back then. The hand's palm forms a seat with the fingers acting as a chair's back. The item affects gravitational forces, attracting and repelling objects near itself with the force of something. Its fingers have also been observed retarded position. Okay, I actually don't care. Alright, yeah, huh. Just kind of did that by accident though, right? Didn't we clear that one already? Is it respawning? Okay, we went through there already. Where's the door with all the poison? Further back, right? Okay, can I break anything out? No, got really fast. Okay, so that's a completely separate thing from the mold. So I don't know what that is. Mold autopsy. The deceased was a something-year-old with no significant past medical history. The subject was brought in after being discovered in the active threshold in an early state of decay as characteristically fungal based in its appearance. During autopsy, the cadaver's pleural cavities were revealed to be entirely filled by the fungus known as the mold to an extent that medical staff were forced to put on decontamination suits. The procedure was also hindered by anomalies such as the deceased's high body temperature and undulating torso muscles, presumably but not provably caused by trapped gases. Routine samples as well as tissue samples requested by Dr. Underhill were successfully extracted. However, their rapid retrogression outside of the host body needs to be noted. Cause of death, mold ingestion. Okay, did that door open when we killed all three of them in here, and now we can go further and get it? Because like, there's no more mold to get rid of in here. Yeah, it did. Okay, so is there even more? No, I'm confused. Are the red things completely separate to the mold, and that was just something that was in here because there were enemies in here? Is the mold something else? Is the mold those like fungal spore things? Whoops. Okay, so they look like kind of tumors. Huh, I don't remember killing those before. Maybe, oh, shit, okay. I don't remember killing those before. Did I? Is my memory bad, or does the game just have sort of bad, poor conveyance with some things? Because it has with other areas, even in this room, actually. I don't remember killing those things before. Like, I'm looking at any pile of stuff is like, oh, is that one of them now? Kinda wish I had a flashlight. Yeah, what the fuck? You do, Joe. Hold down shift and press F1. Really? Wow. I like this music. Okay, so this is where it ends. Is there any in here? None. Okay, so... from the makers who brought you Talking to Plants. becomes an epic scavenger hunt. Way harder than talking to plants, says Dragon Man 25. Weird that this isn't copyright music. Okay, so there's one more we're missing, and knowing me, it's probably just out in the middle of nowhere. Or out in the open, and I just keep walking past it. Because he doesn't know. Me and Scotty have a lot in common. Alright, I'm not seeing any in here. Have I found more clocks yet? The clock area is done. So there haven't been any more clocks around the facility. What if it's in there and I just can't see it because it's dark? World first. Can we get through security now? Can we hit a button? We can. Nice. Why didn't you do a Discord announcement, Pepe Hands? We're not going to do announcements and for every stream, only when we start new games. So it's going to be 1 p.m. Eastern start Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for as best as I can on those days. Obviously, it might be a little later or a little earlier than that, but that's the start time. If I'm not streaming by, say, like 1:30 Eastern, 1:30 p.m. Eastern, and I'm not like in stream chat saying, hey, sorry, I'm just setting up or anything, then there's not going to be a stream. Like before, like sometimes things will come up and there'll be stuff that happens with the kids and everything, but that's the aim. Okay, I'm lost. Security. Then immediately to the right up here. No. Why is there a gap on the map if there's nothing here? Why? Oh my god. All right. So what is this area to the east that we're trying to get to? Maybe there's one up and a path up here. Like I'd look for signposts, but I don't see a name. Locate the mirror in Synchronicity Prime Candidate Program.
To find new prime candidates, the Bureau needs a director. Our future. P6 and P7.
There must always be a Lich King. Jesse Faden is the key. I think this whole game is just a job interview. That's what Adi said it was, right? Maybe just end with congratulations, you're hired. We really need Jessie Faden and her powers in order to control this facility. We need to hire her. Should we talk to her about it? Nah, let's just lure her here and then just throw her in. I really thought he would die there. Oh, no, he's dead. Okay, cool. Now back to the good part. Alright, so we're getting rid of any 2s. If there's ever something like this that is a repeated task that you need to do in the game, you should strongly consider putting in a do all button, deconstruct all button. Oh, we have another one of these. Energy boost, plus 20% energy. Anything that the player is going to be doing over and over and over again needs to look at to make it look more efficient, which is weird. I'm surprised that games don't realize that more, because that's what coding is all about, really. Like they say, if there's ever something that you find yourself typing a lot when you're coding, then that's a sign that you should probably make it into a variable or a command or whatever. I can't remember what the proper terminology is under JavaScript, at least. Okay, do we want more energy or what? Evade energy cost 18%. Function, that's it, thank you. Wow, this place looks interesting. I didn't even notice because I was too busy shooting at guys with guns. Look at this. Bright Fall supplement. Thank you, Tasty Goo, for the new sub with Prime. Welcome to Prime Time to Tasty Goo. Thank you, Varnus, for the 9-month resub. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Kvansa or Kvonza1 for the 2-month resub. Thank you very much. And thank you, Bear Mitguer 2. I'm saying that wrong. I'm really sorry. But thank you for the 2-month resub. Hey. 1,000 pardons for getting yours and most names wrong. Wow, this is dark. Dork.
I wish things had gone differently in Ordinary for us. But wishing won't change things.
Ordinary.
Finding the projector will.
Coming together in this one case. A new object of power, something we have not seen before. I mean, coming from me, that's saying something.
I know.
And the boy, Dylan Faden, Prime Candidate 6. And the sister as well. Once we catch up with her, but the boy. So much potential. Well, we're talking Northmore level readings here. And I don't want to invoke his name. It's completely different circumstances here. It's remarkable. incident.
It's a dude.
Yes.
See it catching on her hair? The projector actually shows on her hair and her back instead of just blocking it with a shadow.
We lost a valuable member of our team, yes. Excessive force. Dylan has so much. But he's just a kid. I'll take the blame. He needs some slack. I mean, boys will be boys. He's exceptional and under a lot of stress.
Boys will be boys? Ooh.
Roberts got killed. It's an unfortunate accident, that's all. Marshall needs to realize this. We will make this work. We'll make this work.
I can't take anyone seriously if they wear a bow tie. Dylan Faden's transcript. I have to say your voice is really relaxing to listen to. One of the reasons I love how long your vids are. Oh, that's nice. I'm surprised people like my voice. I don't like my voice at all. That was one of the biggest surprises when I first started streaming and I had this like live feed. I think we were playing Hob, and that was one of the first streams, and I had this live feed of people, and someone brought up my voice, and I was like, yeah, I really don't like my voice. And there was a lot of people who were like, oh, no, I really like your voice. That's why I like the video so much. And I was really surprised. I thought my voice was something that a lot of people just tolerated in the videos. But then again, they probably do early on. My voice is terrible in the early videos with those early recordings. I don't particularly like how I sound either in some of the mid videos, like Last of Us and Uncharted. I don't really like that one. Subject was alone during this outburst. You again. I thought I told you to leave me alone. Why are you showing me this? I can't do anything. Can't you see where I am? Why don't you help me get the fuck out of here? You always show me things I can't do anything about. Stop showing me her. I don't care anymore, and I don't care about you. You both left me here to rot. Fuck off, you bitch. I will dig out my own brains if it means getting rid of you. I don't want you here. Get the fucking message. Subject repeated the phrase fuck off numerous times before being sedated at 17:53. Alright, so he has his own Polaris, or it's the same Polaris linking them. Oh, we have another hotline thing. Prime candidates. Kind of feel like they should have made it more clear that these are here.
After North
Maybe they did and I missed it.
I doubled every effort to find new prime candidates. There was no one. No one but me. That wasn't good enough. I pushed hard. I never wanted the Bureau to end up in that situation again. The Bureau needs a director. Always. When my time reaches an end, I want more options on the table. P1 through P5 were all false leads, dead ends, and disappointments. Then P6, Dylan Faden. He fell into our arms. No parents, they're gone, casualties of an AWE. The boy has exceptional talent. The oldest house will be his home. We'll build him from the ground up.
The oldest house is such a cool name.
Darling can be in charge of this project. I can't. I'll stay away. I will not fail the boy like I failed my own family. My daughter and my wife. We weren't careful enough back then.
Trench backstory.
Something came home with me. I took work home. My Susanna got sick. When I realized my mistake, I wanted to bring her here for Darling to do what he could. Kate flat out refused. Civilian doctors treated our daughter, but they didn't have a clue. She died. Kate left me. Same old story. That was a long time ago. The Bureau is all I have now. And the prime candidates are our future. There are two, P6 and P7. We're spoiled for choice.
There is another. Okay. So, what was the plan with PE6 then? Dylan, you lock him up and you're expecting him to inherit the facility and be director, but you locked him up in a cage and took away his TV rights? Like, I don't understand what the plan was here. This seems kind of dumb, especially considering he was a kid. Alright, it's starting to really feel like we got lured here to take over and clean up their mess and be able to cleanse these objects that they were having trouble keeping in containment. Oh no. Thank you, Finn Freezer, for the 6-month resub. Thank you very much, Finn Freezer. And thank you, Toxel, for the 8-month resub as well. Thank you, Toxel. It really annoys me that you just play the same 3 clips over and over whenever the director speaks. Yeah, it's annoying me too. I guess it's just supposed to be just some background visual instead of just having nothing while you're listening to the logs. But when it comes to audio logs like that, I'd rather just have them be able to play in the background while you walk around. But that also has another issue that I'm finding is cropping up more and more in games, where I feel like when I have an audio log playing, I don't want to move just in case I trigger some sort of event or speech that the character will say as they're walking around. So there's no real clean solution for that either. I feel like BioShock did that mostly well with you triggering the audio logs yourself where the tapes are on the place, and there wasn't really that many events that would happen. There were a few though, but even BioShock isn't perfect. I don't know. Your voice is literally just like Linus from Linus Tech Tips. Disgusting and completely unbearable until 3 videos are watched and tolerated, then it becomes something we crave in future videos due to the unprofessional sounding tones being amusing instead of just annoying. I personally love your voice now, but I didn't when I started. That's fair, I think. I have a sort of lazy way of speaking sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. The more exhausted I am, the more I will slur my words a bit, and the more I will stutter. The times that I've stuttered a lot on stream is when I've had like no sleep. I'm streaming, having been awake for 24 hours or something, and then I stutter quite a bit, and I say a little bit too much live, but I cut that out of the videos. But no, I get where you're coming from. I have a bastardized accent of different countries too.
Is this what Dylan wanted me to see?
Whoa.
It doesn't matter. We need to find that projector.
See how they like her face looks like it's been stretched down. Like look at the size of like the tip of her chin to the bottom lip here, and then look at it there. Like the angle's different, but we were speaking about this on the first stream. How they made her look weirder in the model. The fuck is coffee soap? Avoid modern technology. Technology. The parts, Cheyenne? How do you say that? Cheyenne? Cheyenne? That's Cheyenne? Okay. Cheyenne is Native American? Alright.
We used to play there all the time.
Whoa.
Dylan and other kids.
So Pope knows who we are then.
We loved it.
Did she know? Did she recognize us at the beginning? I can't remember. Maybe this wasn't her department.
It was different.
Maybe it's just Darling.
We found a way in, deeper into it, like it had shifted. We went inside, and that's where we found the slide projector.
A dump is a place for lost things. Things that have been thrown away. Did you ever feel that way when you were growing up, Jesse?
What? No. Yes,
But that has nothing to do with... Was there a slide projector at your home when you were small? No. Those were before your time, I suppose. But your family did look at photos together, maybe. In one form or the other? Maybe. When was this? Can you remember? At parties? Barbecues? How did it make you feel? Did your parents ever show pictures that embarrassed you? Was alcohol ever involved at these parties? Did your parents drink? Did that make you uncomfortable?
No, that's just stupid. Come on. That has nothing to do with this. Nothing.
The slide projector, let me ask you this. As a child, did you ever fantasize about worlds inside pictures? Inside a painting? You know, stepping into a painting, into a hidden world, escaping and finding adventure there, away from your parents.
I don't think so. I don't remember. Maybe.
Dark Souls reference. Oh, someone in chat said it too.
All the times I felt paranoid. I was right. The Bureau could have given me the answers, but they just stood by and watched me.
Shoplifting. Petting a dog. Studying the food that you're eating intensely while you're eating it. Levitating in public and reading a book like a psychopath. Wow, we're a monster. Getting mugged. Janitor duty. Dating. Oh, we got an outfit. Candidate P7. Nice. Finally. Have you heard of Pray for the Gods? Supposed to be a sort of spiritual successor to Shadow of the Colossus. I have. I'm really looking forward to that coming out of early access so I can play it. That's one of 2 highly anticipated early access babies that I'm waiting to fully come out. There's that one and Subnautica Below Zero.
They studied what happened in Ordinary here. That's the place to start looking.
Should we leave and go do the side quest? I guess we can do them afterwards. There's no way that this game is going to make it so you can't do side quests after you progress in the main quest, right? Ooh, these guys can take more than one hit. Looking forward to Goddess coming out of early access. What happened to Molyneux, man? There was a fairly good video on Molyneux that I watched that went through a history of the games that he was involved with. It was fairly long. I think I had it on in the background while I was sorting through Fallout 76 footage back when I was making the glitch video. I think I had that on. It was pretty good. Can't remember what it was called though. The video I have it bookmarked. It was like a history of God Sim games or something. Will I be watching the Nintendo Direct today? Nah, I'll just see the headlines and see what's coming out. Nintendo doesn't really have much that interests me.
Dylan and I were both prime candidates. Experiments.
If they had information on Metroid or Bayonetta 3, then I would be interested. Or some surprise announcement. but yeah, I don't know. Nintendo's lost me a little bit. I will say that Yoshi's Crafted World is unironically better than Super Mario Odyssey. And I'm not even like shitposting to piss off Nintendo fans. Like it is like a better design game, IMO. Like just straight up. It's still not as good as the original Yoshi's Island or anything, but yeah, it's pretty good. It's not fair to compare them because it's like 2.5D compared to fully 3D in Odyssey, but I think it's better designed. Dun 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 dun. We could go through there. Alright, let's cleanse the area. Thank you, Mediocre Pixel, for the 913 sub. Still a great name. Thank you, Mediocre Pixel. New York Subway.
We're going back home. Of course we are. It started there, and it's never gone away.
Ordinary Avenue? No, Ordinary AWE, okay. So did they tap into the New York subway down here to transport shit in? Oh boy. Hidden location discovered. We got an ability point for that. Do 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 do. The page was discovered in an instance of the Ocean View Motel and Casino that was linked to the investigation sector. The page has been pushed into the motel's corridor from under the door with a symbol of a spiral. Text transcribed from the item. For 10 years, I've tried to write my escape. Write my escape, only sinking deeper. I used to know where fiction ends and reality begins. Here they are all the same. It's a hideous trap. My every thought made real. Fear, desire. How can I ever know for sure I've escaped and not just lost in my own fantasy of it? The thought alone can drive you mad. The identifiable words in the scratched out portion. Falls, bright falls, haunting, wake, Alan Wake, light switch, ocean, too late, and the final sentence, you've been warned. Oh shit, is there going to be another Alan Wake game? Can't wait for no one to care. Alright, can we get into the New York subway here? I don't think so. Lazy redaction adds nothing again. There are lazy redactions, aren't they?
Maybe there's a control panel nearby.
Whoa. Misa gonna die, Annie? Do we regenerate a little bit of health when we're red like this? Wait, what? Oh, there's another one. Shit. Oh, he's dead. Okay, cool. Sterling AWE. Aww. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, so that's neither poison nor mold. So is that another... and what the fuck are these things? Is that like another faction? Bridge operator. Max height. Closed.
There's gotta be a way to rotate these tracks.
Gotta be.
Maybe there's a control panel nearby.
Oh, we're here. Cool. Work chat teeth. Guess who just had to inspect an inbound delivery of like 100 teensy tiny little boxes? Me, that's who. And you know what was inside each one? A single human tooth. Fucking gross. Yeah, that is gross. I wouldn't do that job.
It won't rotate. Something's blocking it.
Is it this thing? Oh, we can actually see it rotate. Okay, that's impressive. Can we stand on it while we're doing it? Oh, neat. That's pretty neat. She can just hover now? Yeah, we got an ability where she can hover for a while, but it runs out. We upgraded it to the maximum amount, though. I don't actually know what the limit is. Let's find out. Oh, there we go. Not that much longer, TBH. Okay, this is the ordinary awe. Death is the road to awe. Let's see what's down here. Kind of want to go the other way and see what's down there. Uh-oh. 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 Have you played Slay the Spire? Yeah, we streamed that a couple times, and we had some fun. I beat it on my first try. It was pretty epic. I'm just so good at that game. I will be fair and say that I tried to beat it on my own a little while after the off stream, and I failed. So it's 100% streamer luck. Okay, I kind of want to go back the other way real quick. Sorry. I swore I saw something up there just then. Maybe it's something to do with the lighting from that guy down there. What game are we talking about? Slay the Spire. Oh, this just opened this path. Alright, let's get some health. Oh, should we change our outfit? You have to go back to Central Executive for some reason. Thank you, Sutsun, for the 16-month resub. Thank you very much, Sutsun. I'm currently not reading any messages that accompany bits or subs at the moment, sorry. But that might change soon. Oh. Oh, this looks way comfier. I think I might try reading them out after the month. Like in October, I'll start reading notes out again and see if it doesn't take up too much time. Where were we? Shit. Let's track the mission that we were actually doing. Continue to face the ordinary AWE. There we go. We were in sealed threshold corridor or sealed threshold entrance. Transit corridor? Transit corridor. Maximum comfy. See, now if you turn into the stream and you don't know that we put this outfit on willingly, it looks like she escaped from containment. Which is really what happened. They're lying to you. No shoes? Yeah, no shoe. Well, I guess no shoes? It doesn't look like shoes. I hate wearing shoes. And wearing socks. Is that the sound socks make? No, I think it's just that it's a make-believe outfit that you're not supposed to put on, so they didn't bother matching the sound effects up or anything. Kojima would have, but this is not a Kojima game. Sorry to harp on about it, but I really, really think this game should have been a Metroidvania. Having all these powers open up and, you know, that you get to get to different areas works way better than keycards. Like, they really should have tried that. I'm disappointed that they didn't. I would have really enjoyed just exploring this facility on my own, unlocking powers and encountering the different weird things as I do. That would have been fun, but I've said it enough times, but sorry to harp on about it. I really think the game would have been special if they'd done that. And it probably would have opened up more flexibility for different encounters and roaming enemies too, and yeah. What a shame. What a shame. Plus, there aren't that many 3D Metroidvanias, are there? Or am I completely wrong on that? Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3. I'm assuming that Other M was the same structure as the rest of the Metroid games, but I didn't play Other M. Prey, is Prey Metroidvania? I kind of had the same sort of criticism of Prey. Dark Souls, I don't really think Dark Souls counts as a Metroidvania. It's kind of there. I can definitely see where you're coming from, but I don't know. It doesn't really have the abilities unlocking that I think a Metroidvania has. It has the structure, though. One behind me? Yeah. I also think the game really didn't need this much combat. And to be fair, the combat isn't really that, what's the word? It's not that overdone. Like, there are quite significant gaps between all the combat and everything. But I feel like it didn't need this. So just filling in the areas. The airplane in question has been brought in from a private airfield located in the town of Something, Cincinnati. It is suspected to be connected to the Something AWEC case file, Something for details, I guess the ordinary AWE, and is being evaluated for altered status. The plane is currently being stored in the transit corridor in the containment sector, brought there through the New York subway tunnel. Special access Something for more information on the tunnel Something, and links to urban legends centered on ghost stations, abandoned tracks, and Something. I love urban legends and ghost stations and subways. The plane's black box is currently being evaluated for something, and initial readings have been taken by a research team, though no altered status has yet been detected. Yeah. And I don't know, these kind of things I feel like might have been better if you see the plane and then something just starts talking to you over like a speaker system or something, or the Polaris in your head starts telling you these things instead of you having to read them and break down gameplay. But then they couldn't have combat going at the same time, so that's why it doesn't work well together. We're already full of weapon mods? Holy shit. I guess we're getting rid of 3s now, too. I'm not even looking at them, so I'm sorry if any of these are good. Blast radius to charge. I'm assuming we're going to get level 4s and level 5s of all of them, so I'm just getting rid of them. In the quiet words of the Virgin Mary, I can't be fucked, so we're just going to keep going. Okay, I'm gonna have to get rid of 4s soon, too. 13 out of 24, 11 out of 24. Shit. It's not like you need to min-max in the game. True, but I feel like when I die out of nowhere, or I'm just like, oh wow, I just suddenly took so much damage. Hey, buddy. Okay, this is linked to the main story, so we should probably read these. The first slide was a room with dirty wallpaper and dolls on a shelf. There were lots of dolls. Elf on a Shelf, DF. So that's Dylan, interview 2002. The house was empty. No one lived there. We played in there a lot. It was our secret playhouse, and that's us, Jesse, in the therapy session. I went to school with Neil. Some kids called him Nosebleed Neil. Note, likely Neil Hosenberg missing. It was mean. He had asthma. Tom, note, likely Tom Barlow missing, and his gang Freddie, note, likely Frederick Bartwell missing. Hugo, note, no one by this name was found in public records. Bullied him. We brought Neil to the dump to play, says Dylan. Unconfirmed existence of additional slide designation house. Okay, so does the slide link to this area and that's where they were, or were they going in a house of leaves? Bunny in Boots 24 has resubscribed for 12 months. Damn. Welcome to the 1 year club, Bunny in Boots. Thank you so much. Hope you're well.
You're listening to America Overnight, celebrating 29 years, shining a light in the shadows.
Coast to coast. Is the gun moving?
What I'm about to tell you, if they found out, I don't know what would happen.
If who found out, brother?
The men in the suits. They told me it was an industrial accident, but this is something else. Something nobody talks about. Ordinary.
This certainly doesn't sound very ordinary, Caller.
No, not ordinary. Ordinary. It's a town. And it wasn't an industrial accident. I mean, that's what they said. That's bullshit.
Whoa, please watch the language, Caller. It may be 2 a.m., but we're still a family show.
I'm sorry. It's just, my brother lived there. They said the town was destroyed, but it wasn't. I went there. The people are gone, but the town's there. It's still there.
So the population of an entire town disappears, yet the town remains. The phrase, there is
we can't hear it from away from the recorder.
I'm not sure.
The same thing happened in Brazil in 23, a village called Hor Verde. More than 600 people just up and left. The government said they were fleeing guerrilla forces, but we know the truth. A mass abduction, as predicted by my regular guest, Dr. Quincy Reagan.
Abduction? You mean aliens? That's bullshit! I know they're lying!
Now, I warned you about the language collar. I'm afraid we're gonna have to cut you off. And good timing, too. It's time for a short break. Hang in there. America Overnight will be right back.
Ordinary summary. An AWE occurred in the town of Ordinary caused by an object of power slide projector ID OOP-15. This is the 15 object of power they found. I haven't found very many of these then, unless I'm misunderstanding that. Discovered by local children at the dump outside of town. When a specific set of slides are used in the projected images open doorways to other dimensions. Multiple slides were used by the children, resulting in the disappearance of the town's adult population. On August 30th, 2002, siblings Dylan Faden, 10 years old, CP6, and Jesse Faden, 11 years old, CP7 materials, were playing at the local dump when they found a discarded slide projector. A team led by Director Trench and Dr. Darling arrived at the site on September 14th. The AWE had ended, but the team found the Faden children, who led them to the slide projector and the slides, which had been burned with the exception of one. Jesse escaped when agents attempted to detain the pair. Damn, badass 11-year-old. In total, 17 surviving individuals were found in the town. All of them were brought in for questioning and tests. All right. And we've been seeing projectors all around this place, but they've been used by Darling. I wonder if we're going to jump into one at some point.
There's a curious correlation with the yet unknowable forces intruding upon our world in the form of altered world events. These forces gravitate toward archetypal objects, a gun, a television, a supposedly haunted house. So clearly humanity affects this process. Our collective unconscious is a map of sorts. We hold the key, but we don't know how to use it.
Later, Varnus. Thanks for stopping by.
We create these archetypes through everyday life, popular culture, urban legends, but we are observing and influencing a complicated system in action. We can change the likelihood of something being a receptacle for these forces just by thinking about it. But we haven't found a method to control the outcome. And yet, there's something unique in us, in our dreams, in the conceptual reality with power, with our minds. What's the cause and what's the effect? Are we the starting point or just a necessary evil in this? A byproduct, a reflection, a projection? We'll struggle to find the answers to these hard
projector.
questions, or die trying.
Sometimes it just goes to the one we picked up and sometimes it doesn't. Jesse and me followed the dung monkeys to the cave. There was a lot of them. More of the kids from town had joined up. It was really scary. Jesse grabbed the projector and we ran as fast as we could. They chased us. I fell and hurt my knee. Jesse tried to help me, but the dung monkeys were coming. They were just about to get us, but then Neil showed up. Neil looked like a dog, like a melted dog, but I knew it was him. Neil said a lot of times he didn't like being a boy because Tom just beat him up. I think he liked being a dog. The projector wouldn't turn off, so we changed the slide to the hand. I heard her immediately. She promised to help. Jesse said we should call her Polaris. It's because she was doing stars at school. So here's something cool about these projections here, if it'll play again. Let's see. Oh, it won't play again? What if we go somewhere else and come back? Whoa, what the fuck? Hey, WeLink 1000. Thank you for the resub. Thank you very much. 14 months. Has been a while. Thank you. Hope you're well. Huh. So the cool thing I want to show about the projectors is that if you move the projector, it still shines the movie on different surfaces, but like if you picked it up, it'll display. But yeah, it's not playing again, so I can't show it. We did it yesterday's stream. Am I hitting the wrong button to get these up? Should I just tap instead of holding? After what happened at school to Mrs. Chester, we started spying on Tom and saw where they took the projector. Tom and his troglodytes were using the Sled Hill Cave as their headquarters. That's where the projector was. They've been using the temple slide. We called it that, but really it was a broken concrete thing like a warehouse or a bomb shelter or something very dark. The Knot mother lived there with her babies. Children, I don't know. She was feeding Tom and the others her milk. They were changing into little monsters. We called them dung monkeys. That's Jesse saying that, not Dylan. What the hell? I thought it was they just found something and it blew up the town and they were the only survivors. Like they were involved in this. What the hell?
Begin then. In a single word, describe the world around you.
Where's Casper?
Dr. Darling is out of the building today.
He's never out. He didn't want to come, did he? He never visits, not since Roberts. Tell Darling it wasn't my fault. I couldn't control it yet, but I can now. I learned. Will you tell him?
In a single word, describe the world around
Hey Squirrel, it's
you.
been a while. How you doing?
Prison. A cold, empty prison. Not even a poster on the wall.
What is the next number in the sequence 3, 6, 9, 12, 15?
18.
What day is it today?
How the hell would I know? It's not like you give me a calendar.
You find a rabbit in the woods. It is breathing, but not moving. You cannot see any blood. What do you do?
Leave it.
Expand on that.
It doesn't matter. The rabbit's not real. None of it's real.
What day is it today?
Do you enjoy asking people questions that can't be answered? Is this what gets you up in the morning? What you dreamed of doing as a scared, stupid little girl?
Can you describe a dog to me?
In Ordinary, we had a friend. Nosebleed Neil. And when it all went crazy, you know what I mean. Nosebleed Neil turned into a dog. Or something like a dog.
What day is it tomorrow?
Fuck off! I don't know! There is no calendar! How can I fucking know?
Dylan, calm down.
Fuck you! Fuck you and fuck Casper! Hey! Are you watching this, you old fuck? Did you send your bitch because you're too scared of me?
Ooh.
Where is Casper?
Security, get a team in here. I need...
No pizza today. Okay, so we're over time again, but I feel like we're right at the cusp of something here, and I really don't want to play this for more than one day tomorrow. Like I want to be done tomorrow. Not because the game's bad or anything. I just don't want too many streams devoted to one game. Let's keep going a little bit and see what happens. I also really don't want to be over time. It was really important when the streams came back that we wouldn't go over time. The second slide was called The Meadow, but it was really just an empty lot with a bunch of weeds. There was a shack and a phone line that smelled like flowers there. It was powerful, intoxicating. We had crazy dreams there. It must have been because of the smell. I didn't like it. Didn't like losing control. In the dreams, everything was melting, and then when we come out, everything had melted around the projector. Ooh. Neil was really into it. We found out he'd been coming there more and more on his own. Then Tom beat the secret out of Neil and found the projector. He and his goons took it. We thought Neil had got lost inside the meadow when Tom changed the slide, but that's not what happened.
Let's see what they have on Ordinary. Here. Our home, our school, the woods, the dump.
Oh, we got the survival tactics thing. Oh, you have to go and get a reward, and you hand them in. Oh, shit. I should have done that when we were executive. Stage 4. Stage 4. A lot of work went into this game. Why didn't they put some work into different enemies? Stage 3, Stage 2, Stage 1. That's the dump. Tom and the others had gotten worse, scarier. The math teacher, Mrs. Chester, tried to make them listen, and they pushed over a piano on her, broke her legs. Then Tom bashed her head in. Bye-bye, Mrs. Chester. I always liked her. I liked math. Wow, what a psychopath liking math. That was the tipping point. It was Lord of the Flies level bad. The grown-ups realized something was wrong. The police came and literally dragged Tom and Hugo and the others away. Tom was screaming that the not mother would make them all go away. They enacted a curfew for every kid in Ordinary. Mom and Dad were pissed, asking us about the dump, about everything. I remember wanting them gone, like Tom had said. When we woke up next morning, pretty much all the adults had just vanished. Was I responsible? Did I don't know. Oh. This town is big enough for all of us.
Recreate that too? Is that where they keep it?
What game does this guy look like he's... Oh, he's gone. What game does this guy look like he's from? Surge? I feel like it's a game we played on stream.
You mentioned a poem last time we talked. By Thomas Zane?
Yes. Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated.
I looked the poem up. Only I couldn't find any poet by that name.
It doesn't exist.
I did find a European filmmaker who moved here in the 60s, named Thomas Zane.
What? I don't...
No matter.
Oh, we're not in our home dimension.
The poem? How you see things? Maybe you wrote it yourself?
I didn't.
No matter. You've said a few times that you feel like there's a piece of you missing. Can we talk about that?
Okay. Yeah, it's this... I feel an emptiness, a yearning for something that I think I lost.
It's natural for you to feel that way. Your brother and your parents are dead.
No. No. Dylan's not dead. And that's not even it.
You're referring to the imaginary friend from your childhood?
Polaris. She's come back. After a long time, she's calling me. In a dream I saw.
So Polaris went away for a while.
She showed me things.
Jesse.
It felt more real than anything.
I think we already knew
As
that.
real as what happened in Ordinary.
The industrial accident in your hometown that you believe Polaris caused.
No, it wasn't an accident. There was no industrial accident, and Polaris didn't cause it. She saved me and Dylan.
Jesse.
No! It was a cover-up. The government knows about it. There were agents there. Agents from... I don't know exactly. They took Dylan. I'll find them. I won't stop looking. Polaris wants me to go to New York. There's a building there. I have to leave soon. I have to be there at a very specific time. Something hugely important is going to happen.
Whoa.
Jesse, you know we can't let you go until you're well. And that begins by understanding what's real and what's imagined.
Moved the whole landfill here in the middle of New York, and nobody saw a thing. Pretty unbelievable.
Yeah, it really is. That's okay. By order of Dr. Darling, all the work in the ordinary dump is to stop effective immediately. Resources will be allocated to the summoning department. Details will be forthcoming. This area will be sealed at the end of the month. Please remove all personal effects. Before that time, all photographic slides, the type used in slide projectors found in the area, should be delivered to Dr. Darling immediately. Okay. Oh boy, it's fighting time. Bad idea to charge on those guys. Oh, you can take over those? Oh, that's interesting.
We should check that lab.
Oh, it's like a thin layer. I was like, that looks like there's something missing there. Okay. That looks weird. Thank you for the 14-month resub, Timmy123-125. Yeet. 13-month sub was a couple days ago, was it? I feel like I've said the same names a couple times in a row. Sometimes if you don't see notifications for a while, it can double up like that. Album cover. Rebirth, Greatest Hits, Asgard. I was 9 or something when I found my dad's Old Gods album. I became a huge fan instantly. Jesse Faden. Old Gods. Okay, let's do the next part or whatever's in this room, and then we're gonna stop the stream, and hopefully we can finish it tomorrow. But if finishing it tomorrow might mean that we just ignore all the side content and just get to the end as fast as possible. Feels like there's a whole act left to see in this game where the hiss start coming out of the walls even more and all this stuff, and yeah, this is big revelation time most likely. And
Effective immediately. I'm setting up a new department. Dimensional research in the research sector. Transferring the slide projector there. That's where my focus will be now. The ordinary site remains as is. We'll be back to... I don't know when.
Darling took the projector to the research sector. He dedicated a whole area to it, so he knew it was important. Dimensional research. That's where we go next.
what is that? It kind of looks like blood being placed in a slide to put under a microscope. When you have like a drop of blood and you push the two pieces of the glass together as they're snapping and it spreads, that's kind of what it looks like. Huh. We just came here just to get that? That's kind of anticlimactic, isn't it? No new power or anything? Well, took an ordinary dump. I guess this is a good story reveal for like learning more what happened to Jesse and Dylan, but at the same time it's... Wait, can we go up? Oh, that sounds like fun. But at the same time it's kind of like, in terms of gameplay, no boss, no new power. And we appreciate powers, but no. Hold on, so this game's finished. Hopefully tomorrow. Might have to just rush through the end to see it. But that's it. That's the end of this stream. Thank you, an anonymous cheerer, for the 100 bits. Living up to your name. Thank you very much, anonymous cheerer. And thank you, Micrologist, for the 11-month resub. Oh, no, sorry. Thank you to Micrologist for gifting a sub to Lear for 11 months. So, thank you very much. And happy resub, Lear. Best mission in the game is coming next? Okay. Alright, we'll see what happens. So hopefully we finish this tomorrow. If not, I guess we're spilling over to next week. But, I don't know. Maybe I'll cheat and see how much is left to see if it's even possible to finish it tomorrow. Because I don't want to avoid the side content if I can help it. But yeah, anyway. Thank you very much, guys. We'll, see you later. See you tomorrow. Cheater, I'll just look up like the names of the missions and see how many there are, not what you actually do. Have a good day.